Welcome back, viewers, and thank you for staying with us. I am your host, Natalie Sealy-Richardson, and you are at the best place right now. You're on Tobago Updates Television. And this morning, sitting with me is Councillor Kerr, Assistant Secretary in Settlement and Public Utilities and Rural Development, and Ms. Dalia Jerry, who's the Program Coordinator in that division. And a special good morning and welcome to you both.
Hi, good morning, Natalie, and good morning to the rest of Tobago and your wider viewing audience.
Yes, and of course we want to talk about the bus shed initiative. A few months ago when the program was highlighted here, we got a lot of persons were asking about it. How can I be a part of it? But as we have both of you here to give us an update, Councillor Kerr, I want you just to remind us why this initiative is something that the division is proud about.
All right. Well, first let me say that the initiative is going ahead like really well right now.
Right.
And upfront, I want to thank Corporate Tobago for their response. Right. It has been no secret that the THA has been complaining about the allocations for years. And it's also no secret that all bus sheds across the island are in desperate need of repairs. So, when Dominion came to us and asked us about the possibility of doing the bus shed, that, of course, ignited an idea that I believe it's not a novel idea, because I understand that it was something that was discussed before. But, of course, we decided that we're going to run with it. And we are very happy that we did, because Corporate Tobago has responded very well. And that we are seeing that within the next 2 months or so, we should see a transformation across the island with our bus sheds. And, of course, they're not going to be mundane. If you look at those that have been done so far, the creativity is really, really good.
Yeah, vibrant color, it stands out. Yes.
Right, but this morning what we wanted to do is really basically report to Tobago on the initiative, and also to sensitize Tobago about two areas that we will be doing some work.
And before you do that, Councillor Kerr, just for those who may have no clue what we're talking about when we talk about the bus shed initiative, explain to them what that means. All
right, so what we did is that we partnered with business persons in Tobago, not only business persons, NGOs, churches, I mean, anyone who was willing to come on board to adopt a bus shed.
Right.
So what and I'm sure Dalia would probably give a little more detail, but what it was is that simply that you will have an opportunity to repair. Of course, you have to put out your money.
Yes.
Repair the bus shed, and you will have an opportunity to brand it out. And you will have that brand, your brand will be on the bus shed. Of course, you get free advertisement for the next, I think it's 5 years. 5 years, right? So, but it's you're responsible for cleaning it, keeping it clean, safe, and all of that, so that it will benefit us in terms of the repairs, and it will benefit you as a business individual in terms of being out there.
And before you update us into about what's happening now, let me bring Ms. Jerry in the conversation. There are businesses who are hearing about this for the first time, who may have seen the changes as you drive along and say, I want to be a part of this. Can anybody else join this program? Is there a waiting line? And how can businesses be a part of this awesome initiative?
So Natalie, the response has been overwhelming. We put out and Tobago businesses showed up and they showed off. And so at the moment, we are actually fully subscribed. And we do have a waiting list. And this waiting list is in the instance that somebody cannot fulfill what they need to do at their bus shed, the one that was assigned to them, that the people on the waiting list can actually come in and get a bus shed. But at the moment, we are fully subscribed, and we are really happy and thankful about that.
And I think the initiative really allows persons to take ownership in, wherever you are from, and not just the branding, but they also have that responsibility to maintain. And when I saw the changes, because of course Dominion was the first one that was done, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome, because I would often see the bus sheds and say, most of the persons using it are senior citizens, and sometimes they have to wait there, they're standing, sometimes the roof is not all together if it's raining. So kudos to the brain children, I wouldn't say brainchild, the brain children involved in this. And for Corporate Tobago, many times you get both, and people say, oh, all you want is our money, but you're not doing anything, but you are. And a big thank you to you. So update us in terms of what's going on now. I know there are 2 locations plans being worked on. So tell us about those
All
two.
right. So what the division has been looking at is the two larger secondary schools on this end of the island, Bishop's High School and Signal Hill. What we noticed over the years is that the bus sheds that were there were inadequate in terms of the size.
Right.
As you would appreciate, you will have a high influx of students when school dismisses on afternoons. And what we realize is that whenever there's rain or the children cannot fit in the bus shed.
Right.
Now, of course, we will not be able to do a bus shed that can accommodate the entire school. But what we decided is that we were going to put larger bus sheds in those areas. And we are pleased to inform Tobago that those contracts have been awarded and those works will be starting very soon. But what we wanted to do as well is to ensure the public that the children will not be left in the rain, and therefore we have made arrangements, temporary arrangements for them in the event that there is rain and stuff. The projects are estimated to be completed in about 4 to 6 weeks' time. We are looking more at 4 weeks.
Right.
Give or take some of the material that might be a little bit difficult for the contractors to source. But we are optimistic. But in progress, there must be sometimes a little inconvenience, and there will be a little inconvenience to the students. And we want to apologize to them, but we are also assuring them that these initiatives are for their benefit.
Right.
And that when we have completed the project, that they will be very, very happy with their new bus sheds.
Right. And Ms. Jerry, you know, you have to always be so mindful of John Public, because we always have a lot to say. And here we are well into the term. Couldn't this project have been done over the July-August vacation?
And Natalie, we really were pushing for this to happen during that summer break. However, with all the things that go into the procurement process, sourcing contractors and stuff like that, it took longer than we anticipated. But we are there now. We've awarded the contracts, and what we are looking at is for it to be done in the shortest possible time frame. So what we've discussed with the contractors is actually doing a lot of the work that can be done off-site, to do those works off-site, and then just as we are ready to put in the infrastructure, that's when the inconvenience would happen. So we're hoping that even though the bus shelters would take about 4 to 6 weeks to complete, we're hoping that the inconvenience will be shorter than that time.
Right. And can other schools look forward to having their bus sheds in the lineup?
Well, we have looked at some of the schools that don't have, for example, Goodwood High School, and I'm not sure that we have any earmark for Pentecostal. No, I don't think so.
No.
But we have been looking at other areas outside of school where there have been requests for bus sheds.
Okay.
But in the first phase, we are trying to repair those that we have presently.
Right.
And as I said, Signal Hill and Bishops have been earmarked because we realized the large number of students who are there on afternoons. So going forward, for our new fiscal, we will target other areas. That's the plan.
Right. And as we wrap up, you know, I want to thank both of you for giving us the update. But I want to ask Ms. Jerry to encourage the users of these beautiful facilities, structures rather, to take care of it. I would allow you to speak to them at this time, especially with our young persons, because I mean, you see when the new buses come out in a few weeks, you know, you hear the bus drivers complain the children slash the seats or, you know, something like that. So I want these bus sheds to remain, you know, clean and always looking vibrant, and you don't want to see it, you know, taken advantage of, so to speak.
And so, of course, this is an appeal. In addition to giving you the information, it's an appeal to you to take care of the bus shelters that are provided for your use. And it's not only for the students, because one of the plans that we have actually is to do an outreach program to the actual schools. So we're going to go into the schools and we're going to speak with them directly about taking care of what we've provided for them. But in addition to that, we are also, as the division, going to embark upon a campaign to sensitize Tobago at large in terms of taking care of these bus shelters and honoring the sacrifice and honoring the investment that businesses would have made in those bus shelters, because these are small businesses. A whole lot of them are small businesses, and this comes at a price for them. And so we would want to encourage and implore Tobagonians to take care of what is provided for you, because when you don't have it, then you complain. So we're providing it for you, and we are hoping that you would really take care of it, see it as your own.
And thank you so much for that. So we are all encouraged to play a part of this awesome initiative. And thank you again for your time and for the information.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
Viewers, we go for another quick break, and when we return, we have another guest who is joining us virtually this morning. So stay tuned.
Let's go. It's a brand new morning. Rise up to a brand new